Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Sam and this is Bolt from the Blue Tarot. I'm so glad you can join me. I'm an intuitive reader and I channel messages for your highest good and the highest good of all. And we're just going to hop right into it today. So I've got this awesome deck of stories called Wisdom from the Epics of Hind. And these are all stories from the Indian subcontinent and the Hindu tradition. So yeah, we're just gonna see what's up with this reading. So the card is Chandra's Transience. Chandra's Transience. We'll read about this in the book. Chandra's Transience. The moon god, Chandra, became very enamored by Tara, the wife of Brihaspati, Jupiter, and abducted her. The gods, fearing Brihaspati's curse, intervened and returned Tara to him. However, Chandra's lust was insatiable. Desperate, he sought King Daksha's 27 daughters and married all of them to satisfy his lust. The 27 daughters are the 27 nakshatras, star constellations, surrounding the moon's orbit and are widely referred to in Indian astrology. Of his 27 wives, Rohini, the fourth wife, whose name means the red one, was his favorite. He began spending most of his time with her while neglecting the other 26. The agitated wives complained to their father, Daksha. Daksha cursed Chandra so that he may lose all his power. The wives were shocked to hear of their father's curse. Now, instead of getting his attention, they feared losing him completely. Daksha realized his mistake, but was unable to revoke his curse. Chandra then prayed to Lord Shiva for help. Shiva softened the curse. He told Chandra that for the first 15 days he would lose his power, waning, and during the next 15 days he would gain his power and become whole again, waxing. So here are some questions to ask yourself. Are you getting moody of late? Do you easily get too emotional? Do you find it difficult to deal with others' emotions? Do you dislike change? You are going through a temporary phase. This will change soon. Through darkness and light, you are and will always be amazing. Right now might feel like a little bit of a roller coaster emotionally. You're waxing, you're waning. Let's look into this. Let's get some cards and see what's going on. Chandra's Transits. Five of Coins. Five of Vessels. Ace of Vessels. Seven of Coins. I feel like we need one more. Chariots. This card says the Chariot of War initiates the Age of Copper and the Age of Iron. All right. So, right off the bat, I see these two, and I see the way that the Five of Vessels here is looking over at the Five of Coins. And the Five of Vessels is like a jealous person or an acquisitive person, sometimes the ego. So this one is the deep kiss. So this is intimacy. This is, an intimate relationship. It can also be like the integration of higher self, lower self, masculine, feminine. So what you may have here, I'm never tempted to do a love reading over like a personal spiritual growth reading, but this might, just getting some drama here. Like maybe this is your relationship and someone is actually jealous of it, or this could be you looking back on some deep intimacy that you enjoyed in the past with like a grasping. But my sense is that there is a gift coming in for you. This is like the Ace of Cups, and this is good news, divine wish being granted or gift being bestowed. And this is like in terms of what the book says, this is like a marriageable young woman, someone of good prospects with like a, who comes from a wealthy family type of an idea. So what I'm getting from this is you might be looking at the past, at a past relationship or past intimacy, and just nostalgizing. Like you might be longing for this past, but the divine's trying to tell you that, hey, if you just turn the other way, we've got a gift coming for you. Someone who is perfect, like someone whose prospects are excellent. And you may not be able to see, like this could already be here. It could be standing in plain view, like the curtains have been pulled back. It's on full display. This beautiful person, but you might not be able to see the potential here because you are looking into the past and maybe thinking, how could anything get any better than that? Or you could even be looking at like other people's relationships or idealizing relationships in general. Anyway, I think what the divine is trying to say here is, we got gifts for you. Just try to see the potential in people around you. Maybe you don't see the potential for the kind of intimacy that the deep kiss represents. But this isn't everything, right? This is just one part of a whole, a much larger whole that makes up a complete, happy relationship, healthy relationship. what I'm getting from the last card, the Chariot, is like this gift is on display right now, but you know it's not sticking around forever. Like it's mobile, it's on wheels, and you know you have to face the correct direction to see it. Like, don't miss the bus. Don't miss the boat when it comes to this person. Because if they're interested in you, but you clearly aren't interested in them, they're just gonna, you know, grab their spear. They're gonna get on their chariot. They're gonna grab their huge hat, and they're gonna boogie. So, you know, look around. You might see some treasure that you had not recognized before. I feel like this is fairly complete. There's nothing here I really want to clarify too much. Maybe we'll get into more advice cards today. I like this Wisdom from the Epics of Hind deck because it's another deck of stories. I really like stories. I think stories are one of the things that makes us human. I think stories are sacred. I think stories speak to consciousness in a language that it universally understands. And we can understand something much more wholly than if we read a fact or we read like a trite lesson summarized. If we go through the story, it's like we learn it, we learn all the characters, we come to embody it, we have a fondness for the story because we see ourselves in the various characters. And those lessons stick, right? So I'm a big fan of stories. So if this reading so far has been like, yeah, well, that's all very good on paper. Let's see if some stories can't send this home for you. Moana at the ocean. Ooh, interesting. So, This card encourages you to listen to the whispers of your soul, to heed the call to some sort of awakening. To shine your light. It's going to inspire, uplift, and empower others to do the same. To be kind to animals and nature, to share your love with them, and they'll shower you with their blessings. To protect, cherish, and connect with Mother Earth. And your soul's calling might seem strange to others, but, you know, be brave and do it anyway. Everyone thought Moana's grandma was crazy, and Moana just had this drive, right, to go to the ocean, and she couldn't say why, but it's because the ocean had chosen her, right? It was her destiny. This card also urges you to connect with water. So in terms of this reading, I think this is interesting. I think this is something about maybe this person. Okay, you know what it is? Maybe you don't know who this is, right? Or you don't see each other for who you really are. There's something about like you need to shine your light everywhere you go in order for this person to recognize what they are looking for, right? To see you. And to match your frequency. Like you need to shine your light, however weird other people might think you are. Your uniqueness is what's going to attract a partner that is a gift from the universe for you. So be yourself, absolutely. And you don't know where or when this person is going to come in. So the encouragement here is to be yourself everywhere. Not to try to fit in, dim your light anywhere you go. Just be you, and this other person, as long as they're shining their light, which I think, if it's one of these situations, it's like you shine your light and they'll shine theirs. But yeah, shine your light, and the ocean might choose you back in terms of this person, or the ocean might deliver them to you. You know what I mean? You know how in Moana, the ocean is just kind of like bringing stuff to her, or showing her which way to go. If you shine your light, listen to your intuition, I feel like you're going to be in the right place at the right time to, just to match the frequency of this person. All right, let's see if we can get anything else for you here. Ooh. Gandalf and Frodo in the long dark of Moria. So this is just a quote, because I think it's so good. So Frodo and Gandalf are in this deep, dark, cavernous kingdom where, all the dwarves that built it are dead, and it's been taken over by orcs and goblins and stuff. And they're in the dark, and they're trying to figure out which way to go. And they realize they're being followed by Gollum, this creature that's seeking out the one ring, this evil ring that Frodo carries to destroy. So Frodo and Gandalf are discussing how Gollum is following them. And Frodo says this: "It's a pity Bilbo didn't kill Gollum when he had the chance." And this is one of the best Gandalf quotes. Gandalf turns to Frodo and he says, "Pity? It was pity that stayed Bilbo's hand. Many that live deserve death. Some that die deserve life. Can you give it to them, Frodo? Do not be too eager to deal out death and judgment. Even the very wise cannot see all ends. My heart tells me that Gollum has some part to play yet, for good or ill, before this is over. The pity of Bilbo may rule the fate of many." So this is another interesting one. In terms of the context of this reading, what I'm thinking is you might see this gift from the universe, this person that is perfect for you. But you're comparing to this possibly steamy thing, this steamy fling maybe, and saying oh, but I really like the excitement of this. This is what I want again. And I would just caution you to think about well, why didn't this work out? Do you know what I mean? Chances are this was not for your highest good, and the highest good of all, right? This relationship. It might have satisfied some things, but even the very wise cannot see all ends, right? The divine, the universe, God, spirit, your spirit team, your benevolent, well, and wise ancestors can see from a much higher vantage point than you, and they know on a soul level who is right and who is wrong for you, who would bring you joy, who would light you up. So don't be too eager to deal out death and judgment. Maybe don't judge a book by its cover until you've gotten to know this person. I feel like it will be fairly obvious when this person is sort of dropped into your lap. If you shine your light, like, ask for synchronicities about this. And that way when it occurs, you'll know, like, okay, this could be the person. But don't be too quick to judge them as maybe boring, or I don't know if it's boring, but like maybe it's gonna be like a pity situation. Like, no one's sitting by this person, and you're like, oh, I feel bad for them, I'll go sit with them. And they turn out being your person. So pity, the pity of you may rule the fate of many. So just keep that in mind, maybe. I don't know. Let's get you another card. These tell such an interesting tale. If any of this plays out, you have to go into the comments and tell me about it. Okay, we got Miguel playing guitar instead of making shoes, and this is from the movie Coco. I've discussed this before, so I won't summarize it in too much detail, but this is about doing what you love because it shows others that they can do it too, and not doing what you're supposed to do, but doing what your soul wants to do. So don't live someone else's life, live yours. In the instance of this story, don't make shoes when your destiny is to play the guitar. What we're shown on TV and in movies in terms of relationships is a lot of this. It's a lot of this. But this is good for TV. It doesn't last too incredibly long in real life. And in terms of long-term happiness, in terms of what your soul wants, like, you don't know this person, you guys could collaborate in more ways than just love, right? This could be a business partnership. This could be the creation of something that the world has never seen. So don't ignore your intuition and don't ignore the calling of your soul as you're evaluating people, especially if you've been hurt in the past, right? There can be a temptation to say, like, I'm never going to let that happen again. And so I'm going to be so picky about the next person that I exclude everyone from the very beginning. Like, I will build in so many tests that no one can pass them. Don't do that, right? There might be something generational here about the kinds of men or the kinds of women that you have traditionally sought out, and wounding around that. So this card encourages you to break these generational curses, right? Break anything that's going to keep you seeking and sought by karmic partners, karmic in the pejorative, the negative sense. Yeah. Like, shine your light. You know, don't prejudge. Be open. And as long as you are sitting in your uniqueness and not looking for the kind of person you're supposed to look for or that your mom or dad looked for, then I think this is going to go A-okay. This is tricky though. This is there's a lot going on. I'm gonna get one more of these for just like general advice. Maybe not specific to this, but some sort of approach you can take. Because this is very much in flux. So any other wisdom that you can take on or embody. Let's see. Timon and Pumbaa in the jungle. Well, this is a great card. So this encourages you to seek the company of like-minded people. So I'm again interpreting it in terms of this, but maybe you look for a certain type of man, a certain type of woman, a certain type of person traditionally, and they might not be like, maybe you like to play D&D with your friends, and you're looking for like bad boys in bars. There's a discrepancy there. So, yeah, seek the company of like-minded people. This will help encourage you on your path, as you can help encourage others. This card asks you to consider where you feel at ease and like you can be yourself. And with whom do you feel Hakuna Matata? Who can you see yourself having no worries with for the rest of your days? Or just like someone who makes you feel at ease, someone who, when you're around them or this group of people, you can be yourself unapologetically. That's a great place to start. All right, guys, this was so intriguing. I wish you so much luck, and I hope that you find this person that's just gonna rock your world, even if at the beginning it's like a slow burn and you maybe don't see the potential to start out with. It's definitely there. So yeah, if you dig my energy or these messages feel resonant to you, stick around. Like and subscribe to put more messages from this frequency on your feed. And I'll see you in the next one, guys.